So exciting news, right?
It sure is.
It's official. The community has an opportunity of bringing the Ladysmith and Railway Inn and Building back to life, having her occupied for purposes agreed upon by the community resident. What are your suggestions? What are your likes and dislikes? What would you like to see it become? Larry Stevenson has made it very clear to the committee that the building can be used for all things nonprofit, including the opportunity to entertain it as a museum, a gift shop, a coffee shop, so long as the proceeds of whatever is going to be operated, it would go to support the nonprofit effort.
Certainly we'll engage with our various groups we're involved with. Like for instance, I'm with the Search and Rescue and say also the Festival of Lights. So rather than send out blanket emails, there'll be, we'll look to each group to have a spokesperson, and we'll have to sit down and organize that too. But we're looking forward to engaging with our community members and Stamanis neighbors and our area G&H neighbors as well to come up with a plan to use the Ladysmith train station, to the best advantage.
We want to be clear that while the Ladysmith and District Historical Society is taking on this opportunity with this committee, it isn't making a decision that ultimately any agreement will rest with our organization. It will rest with ultimately the best interest of the community in mind. And so we need to put that out there up front. We're open to all things. The committee's really excited that when we met with Larry Stevenson and Andrea with respect to extending that invitation to the Ladysmith and District Historical Society, give us a full year to engage the community. First and foremost, not only were they very excited about the idea of a nonprofit organization accepting the responsibility to restore the building and maintain her for uses to be defined, Mr. Stevenson's also made a commitment to put a brand new roof on the building, which is a major capital expenditure. He's made a commitment that if we wanted to have a spur line brought into the north end of the building to service the historical warehouse in the Inn and Rail building, he's willing to do that. Again, that spur line would extend an opportunity to the Ladysmith and District Historical Society, Industrial Heritage Preservation to anchor a range of rail artifacts possibly. It strengthens, I think, the overall value proposition. The original building had a tenant, a rail master living in the building. There were gardens to the south end of the building. We want to explore all of those options because once the building is restored, caring for her, making sure she's well lit, cared for, and there's security in and around not only the building itself, but all the historical buildings that make up Ladysmith Foreshore Upland. That is a part of our history, and it's a history that needs to be preserved and protected. So the Inn and Rail building is going to be an anchor, I think, to all of that. The fact that it's got trackage and right-of-way, controlled the access off the highway with a four-way intersection. So much possibility, so much possibility.
Yeah, and of course, we're looking to complement the existing waterfront plan and take advantage of that, and ideally in a manner that encourages and supports visitors and families, year round, to bring that tourist dollar to us and so the community can engage, in a meeting place or whatever they decide is the best option.
When would we see the roof coming up? Like, do you guys have any timelines?
Island Corridor Foundation is ready to go as soon as a suitable contractor is selected. So it definitely will be done as soon as possible.
I think the other thing that the Ladysmith and District Historical Society brings to the table and to the community as a whole, and particularly as we begin to engage community organizations, be they the Kinsman Club, Rotarians, the Sportsman Club, etc., is the fact that we are a federally registered nonprofit charity. As we look to engage trades peoples in our community, whether it's plumbing, electrical, carpentry, etc., we're also hoping to engage them in terms of their willingness to donate their time in exchange for maybe a tax receipt and help bring down the overall cost of the restoration of the building by being a part of the success story that will make it the success the Inn and Rail Restoration Building can become. The other thing that Mr. Stevenson has committed to doing is, even though it's not an historical building any longer, because it's not the original, he is willing to have it noted on the Island Corridor's website. So that again will draw another element of attention to the community of Ladysmith by just having the Ladysmith Railway building on the site, as all the other community buildings are located there or noted there. So that's another way with which to draw attention to our community. Is really an extraordinary opportunity for all of us, and we're so delighted and pleased that the Island Corridor Foundation, Mr. Stevenson and his board, were eager to want to get behind it.